We love to celebrate local people and their incredible achievements. We're doing that once again today with Dr. Gary Wilson from University of Northern British Columbia, who just won a Polar Medal for advancing the understanding of Canada's North and the Arctic. Thanks so much for dropping by, Gary, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, so your kind of work here, which I didn't know too much about, because we usually have you on to talk politics here, but your work stretches far beyond just the local boundaries here, traveling the North, the Arctic, comparing our Arctic with other places in the world. Talk to me a little bit about your work here across the North.
Well, a lot of my research looks at Inuit regions in the Canadian Arctic, so places like Nunavik in northern Quebec or Nunatsiavut in northern Labrador. So I compare their governance models and their evolution as regions, and that's been a major part of my research. But I'm also interested in comparing their experiences politically with other Indigenous peoples in other parts of the circumpolar North. So in Sweden, Norway, Russia,
and is it similar?
There are some key differences.
Okay.
Yeah, we tend to focus more on self-government here. Whereas in other regions, it's a little bit different, and they have sort of national parliaments that represent Indigenous peoples and that type of thing.
Yeah, a little bit different. Now, what got you into all of this? Was there, from a young age, you thought, I want to kind of learn about Canada's North? How did it come to be?
Well, I mean, originally, before I came to UNBC, I did my PhD at the University of Toronto, and it was focused on Russian politics, actually.
Okay.
But it was Russian resource politics, so I spent some time in northern Russia, which is where their resources are located, and I came across regions there that were Indigenous regions, nested within other larger regions. So when I eventually came to UNBC, I got really interested in what's happening in the Canadian Arctic with Inuit regions and Inuit peoples. Many of them had signed treaties with the federal and territorial and provincial governments. And from those treaties, there emerged these governance models, self-government models. So it seemed very dynamic, very innovative. And certainly some, research in Russia became very difficult. After a period of time, so it was much easier to do research in the Arctic, in the Canadian Arctic.
Yeah, no kidding. You never get cold? I gotta ask that.
Well, I go there at some strange times. I mean, I go there in February, and it's. I mean, I remember being up in Nunavik one time, and it was actually warmer there than it was in Prince George at that time.
Goodness, so. You never know, I guess. Then. And now, what was your reaction like to getting the news that you were getting this Polar Medal, Gary? Like, were you surprised?
Well, I was.
It's a pretty incredible accomplishment.
Yeah, it's a bit overwhelming, actually. I'm not used to having my research celebrated in this way, but no, I was just incredibly humbled by the news and grateful, to many different people that I've met over the years, my colleagues at UNBC, my family who has supported me throughout, my university. I mean, that's really what got me started as a Northern scholar. Being around people who were studying the North at UNBC.
Right. Yeah, of course.
That's been an incredible experience for me. And also the people I've met in my travels, both academics and practitioners, people living and working in the North and doing incredible things in the North. So.
Do you have any stories that you can share of like a wow moment for you across your time in the North? Does any one stick out in particular?
There's not one that sticks out in particular. There's been so many different memories of traveling in the North, and
I'm assuming the constant darkness if you're there in February.
Well, it depends on what time of year you're there.
Or the constant light.
Yeah. I mean, but that's something that's we see in Prince George as well, right? So I've it's been an incredible experience. One of the highlights and the benefits of being an academic is that you get to travel to all these amazing places and interact with people. So it's a
lot of miles.
Yes. Yeah. So you need a very forgiving and loving family to support you.
Okay, so give me a picture here. When did the work start? And it runs kind of until present here, but when did you start doing this work?
Well, really since I came to UNBC 25 years ago.
Okay, wow.
As I mentioned, I was focusing a lot on Russia back then, but then shortly after I came, I started to get more interested in developments in the Canadian Arctic. And it's really been going on since about 2006, I would say.
Wow.
So 20 years of kind of following what's developments in the north, and I mean, my research is very broad.
Yeah.
I'm interested in many different countries, circumpolar countries, but part of my research also looks at what's going on in our own backyard and some of the really important developments that are happening here in northern BC. And I think that's, one of the things that many scholars who work at UNBC do is they like to sort of give back to northern BC and kind of shine a light on what's happening here. So that's what I did. I mean, I worked with colleagues at UNBC to look at resource development and globalization in northern BC. So yeah, my research is very broad in scope, and the Inuit research is one important aspect of it, but it's not the only aspect.
Well, I thank you for dropping by today. It's such a cool story. I mean, like I said, we talked to you about so many different things in politics over the years, and little did I know the amount of research you did in Canada's North. So give yourself a big pat on the back and congratulations from us here as well. And it's a great story for the University of Northern British Columbia because I just think that's what it's all about.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so thank you and congratulations.
Thanks.